A few days ago, Zenless Zone Zero announced two new drive disk sets for version 1.4. Although it may seem obvious that this drive disk set was created for Miyabi, I'm starting to wonder, could this set be used on other agents? Perhaps. Hi, I'm Vimdae, and today we'll be dissecting the all-new drive disk set, Branch and Blade Song, coming out soon in ZZZ. Starting with the two-piece, Branch and Blade Song grants an unconditional 16% crit damage bonus. This is beneficial for all DPS agents, but really helpful for accounts that don't own an A rank or S rank crit value weapon. I think the two-piece bonus would be synergistic with 4-piece Inferno Metal on Soldier 11, 4-piece Woodpecker Electro, or even 4-piece Chaotic Metal on Juyuan. Of course, these are just suggestions, not threats. Any agent that needs a small crit damage boost will benefit from the two-piece bonus. The 4-piece provides another crit damage bonus, but there's a caveat. The crit damage bonus is only granted if the equipper has at least 115 anomaly mastery. And currently, all attack agents in the game have less than 100 anomaly mastery. Based on this information, you might be thinking, that's fine, I'll just acquire anomaly mastery through substats and W engine passives. Here's the problem: you can't. Anomaly mastery substats don't exist. And the only W engine that grants anomaly mastery to squad members is a B rank support engine. Unfortunately, this only provides 16 anomaly mastery at refinement 5. So your only option is to use an anomaly mastery disc on slot 6. Which is fine, but that creates a new problem. We'll come back to this in a moment. The final buff includes a conditional 12% crit rate bonus after any squad member applies freeze or triggers the shatter effect on an enemy. This brings up another issue: we don't have an ice anomaly agent with supportive capabilities. The good news is that this set predetermines the last two squad members. And the bad news, well, the team is predetermined for you. So, other than Miyabi, who can even use this drive disk set? The first DPS that comes to mind is Ellen. She has a lot of crit value built into her kit, receiving 14.4% crit rate from core skill enhancements, and 100% conditional crit damage after leveling her core passive. Players that are already using an attack percent W engine on Ellen will make the most of this set. Without a crit value W engine and drive disk set, Ellen's unconditional crit values sit around 19.4 crit rate and 50 crit damage. A standard free-to-play Ellen build consists of 4-piece Polar Metal and 2-piece Woodpecker Electro. Assuming that players aim for a total of 12 crit value substats, and equip an S-rank crit rate disc on the 4th slot, we get the following crit values. By transitioning from Polar Metal to Branch and Blade Song, her non-combat crit damage becomes 124.8. Under ideal combat conditions, her crit values are comparable to Ellen builds using her S-rank signature W engine. This is a great option for free-to-play players that don't have her specialty engine. But, what if you have Ellen's signature W engine? Is this set still viable? It depends. Do you enjoy farming? Replacing Polar Metal with Branch and Blade Song will provide the following crit values. However, there's a problem. The attack percent disc that is usually housed in Drive 6 has been replaced with an anomaly mastery disc. The crit values are phenomenal, but it's at the cost of her attack stat. So now you have two options: acquire 10 attack percent substat rolls, or replace the ice damage disc with an attack percent disc. Do note that her signature W engine provides an ice damage bonus. And she can gain an additional 30% ice damage bonus from her additional ability and another 20% from Sukaku's additional ability. Another agent to consider is Corrin. Her signature W engine has an attack percent main stat and a very high flat attack stat. Pairing her with Branch and Blade Song, alongside a crit rate disc, will yield the following crit values. Because the main stat on her signature W engine is an attack percent, she can keep her physical damage drive disc. Nikomata and Billy can use the 4-piece set, but be aware that their additional ability requirement will not be fulfilled when paired with Lycon and Sukaku. Don't use the 4-piece set on Soldier 11, you have a better option. And unless you already have Juyuan paired with Lycon and Sukaku, I would suggest sticking with 4-piece Chaotic Metal on an Ether Stun team, especially if you have M6 Nicole. This finally leaves us with our bro. Unfortunately, the ZZZ devs hate him. Even with an anomaly mastery disc in the 6th slot, he still does not meet the requirements for the 30% crit damage bonus. If you really want this to work on Anton, then you will need to pair Sukaku with Reverb Mark II. This will allow him to occasionally benefit from the bonus during his burst rotation. Before I end this video, I want to bring up one more agent. I know someone will ask, can this set be used on DPS Sukaku? The answer is, yes. Just be mindful of her attack stat. Her core passive needs 2500 attack to provide the maximum attack bonus from Fly the Flag. You will need to place an attack disc in the 5th slot and roll at least 6 attack substats to meet this requirement. Overall, Branch and Blade Song has a great 2-piece effect. The 4-piece provides 12% crit rate after freezing or triggering shatter on an enemy, and an additional 30% crit damage bonus by meeting the Anomaly Mastery requirement. However, this can cause a decrease in damage due to the loss of attack percent on the 6th slot. This can be resolved by equipping an attack percent weapon. Another option is replacing the attribute damage disc with an attack disc, or focusing on attack substats when farming. However, this is only passing the problem to another source. Players should be mindful of their current resources, agent roster, and sanity before farming this set. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel.